Everyone, Massive Media welcomes you back to this afternoon trading news. And in this news, we are going to talk about the Ekeremadu, British politics about IPOB Biafra, and Mr. Obi Peter, presidential agitation for better Nigeria. Few people within the Nigerian enclave do not know that Mr. Ekeremadu and wife have a daughter with medical health issues solvable by a third party rather than the direct medication. The solution to these health issues led to contraction of the third party, which later saw himself as a minor rather than adult. This has breeded a strong political and social debate within the society, not only in Nigeria but around the world. Well, this led to the arrest of the senator. There must be an intervention and fact findings, not really from the Met Police and those from Nigeria, to evaluate the reality of the allegations. This is not to support the young man or Ekeremadu's family, but ensure both parties have at the same time right or wrong sides of law must prevail. In any case, reality is on the way out. Everything has to be unraveled with time. Mr. Ekeremadu, a Nigerian politician, has his failures. Yes, when we go into the politics of Biafra and control IPOB and all Nigerian settings, it is evident to show that he is at the center of political impasse of Mr. Obi. Ekeremadu is a Nigerian politician. He has his failures, and he is indeed at the center of Mr. Obi's presidential bid, which began after his visits to British Prime Minister Boris. Today, Mr. Obi and Ekeremadu, all Nigerian politicians, are both from different political platforms, but indeed from the same Igbo extraction. Again, there must be political differences, each having his own opinion, and people's opinion has to be respected. Nevertheless, Mr. Ekeremadu and Obi were in the same PDP before Mr. Obi's visit to number 10 Downing Street, London. On his return from this visit, where he had meeting with a British Prime Minister, he decided to leave PDP and declared for Labour Party. No Igbo politician is a saint. All of them have committed one dangerous or crime or the other against their people, against their fellow brothers and sisters, in one form or the other, according to allegations leveled against them. Most of them, like Mr. Ekeremadu, had been accused by some individuals as having misappropriated the allocation fund for road construction projects in the southeastern states of Nigeria, but he did not do so. Neither has he come out publicly to declare that he never had such opportunity to have money to do any construction company for the government of Nigeria. These allegations may not have been denied publicly, indeed, by Mr. Ekeremadu himself. Neither has the government of Nigeria deemed it necessary to clarify itself if he was actually given the alleged contracts and were not executed, or is the silence evidence of reality? But it should be noted that in July 2018, Mr. Ekeremadu was invited by the Nigerian EFCC over money laundering. Again, has his political advice in a recent time where Ekeremadu called on all Southeasterners to vote for PDP as against Mr. Obi. By Mr. Ekeremadu's calculation, Mr. Obi will not be able to win the presidential election. That is his mind, and he has the right to speak his mind without any equivocation or without somebody questioning his own personal opinion on the fact that he is totally against Mr. Obi. He is only expressing his wish or his mind. It is left for the people themselves to choose between them where and who to vote for. This will not bring discord amongst the people and amongst the two individuals involved. This advice would have provoked anger in the minds of Mr. Obi and the supporters, including his foreign ally, Britain. The issue of organ harvesting allegation in UK became a triggering political war against Ekeremadu and the other side. Then came the allegation that also the young man in question is a minor. Like we stated earlier, time will open the reality. There is no doubt UK is interested in Mr. Obi's political presidential ambition. This will serve Britain as a close actor to help destabilize agitation for Biafra, and stands as a head that has stood as a headache to Britain and the Nigerian government. For UK, Obi acted against Mossop before by killing his members and dumping them or their bodies in a river or in river areas as alleged. Within this period, there were cries and there were allegations, but it has to be proved, and when proved, actions need to be taken. Nevertheless, with him, he can do it again if chance is given to him to become the president, as he can do more. This is the impression of what Britain might be thinking. Many Nigerians till date do not know that UK cannot operate where it will not control the system. Britain always go where he will dominate, take decision, influence others. Where it does not, it will not operate in that very area. For instance, in the area of EU, where Germany and France dominated the Union, UK could not penetrate so easily as he could have penetrated, and they find it difficult to operate in that very zone. Then running down to Commonwealth, where they are the father and the god to the black nations that constituted the Commonwealth of Nations, as they call it, where he cannot authorize them, control them, direct them whichever direction they want. And the black leaders want who will direct them, as it used to be. They always want to attach themselves to one white group or the other, so as to influence or enhance their influence. That is the problem. So they are controlled by Britain in the Commonwealth of their nations. But in EU that does not apply, but it's a different topic altogether. We have to harness and have details of what they do and why they left EU, actual reasons why they left EU, and the actual reasons why they dominated the Commonwealth and encircled them, and none of them can do anything without them taking decision. However, at home in southeastern Nigeria, Mr. Obi has his own failures and regarded as a murderer. He ordered, according to the allegations, the massacre of Mossad members who were seeking for the actualization of Biafra state through their leadership, the leadership of Mr. Raf Wazirike. Meanwhile, Mr. Ekeremadu has not been the only spokesman who has been against Mr. Obi in the southeast. There are other Igbo politicians who have taken such decisions. And again, Peter Obi, in his own magnanimity, has taken it broadly and has, expressed his views and the concerns and the sympathy over the plight of Mr. Ekeremadu and the family, especially the sick daughter. This, however, does not mean that at the political scene that everything is palatable. With this news, we thank you, we welcome you, and we say thank you very much for listening, and we appeal that you share this news, make it viral, and let those who have not been able to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Bye.